which is what actually led me into asking questions about what is this whole idea of beauty and art, for example. When I studied at the design institution, National Institute of Design, Ahmedabad, where you are heading to, I found that everyone is being taught the Bauhaus way of, Bauhaus is everywhere, all over. After almost 90 years of they are still the, whether it is you study architecture, design or art, that's the same thing and all over the world. So I started looking at if one's sense of beauty is conditioned, then what is left to be called one's soul? And what is the meaning of culture after that? Because then what we produce would be same all over. So what I found as I began to explore deeper into this, I found that that all architects, all artists and almost all designers are creating in a very, very similar manner all over the world. And of course they have an excuse calling it global. But I found that the root of this comes from that learning the input is the same Bauhausian input would naturally lead to same Bauhausian output. So I actually began to inquire more deeper into what is this called art, what is, So as I was telling yesterday that I was lucky working with rural non-literate communities, because they are the people who have actually kept diversity alive. Diversity, there is no diversity in the modern context. It's all getting homogenized. So what I began to actually inquire is this how the rural tribal communities create things and what is their ways of beauty. How does beauty come, Because there seems to be creating very differently. When you go to, in every almost 50 kilometers, you find change in the rural tribal belt. But you come to the cities, anywhere the city is the same. This space where we are sitting could be anywhere in the world. The coffee that we are drinking could be anywhere in the world. And I'm promising you that is the future that is being offered to us. So that is why it is very important to go back to the roots of things, that to truly understand what is the function of beauty in our lives. And what is today happening in the cognitive sciences research, they are researching on art. And art is a mental construct. I don't think you can find the biological roots of art. Whereas beauty, like hunger, is something much more part of our blueprint, much more part of our being. So this is something that, of course, to actually show you the proof, otherwise it will again be a mental game. You will construct more and more stories about it. Maybe another opportunity, but I have actually been documenting people's work, what people do. And when I started working with artisans, because I truly believe that they are the one who can help me out. I don't think the other way around. The tragedy of modernity is that we think we are all fell off and we need to help others. This is the catch. We are actually in a catch-22 situation. It is our arrogance to believe that we are all fine and others need our help. It may be the other way around. So actually when I started engaging with rural tribal communities, I realized that that's actually the case. That they are the people who can actually help us out to truly understand the biological basis of our existence. And it was actually once I saw this potter making a beautiful pot. It was just coming alive. And I realized that it was actually, it was like an sudden insight that this is actually this has a biological basis. I never thought of biology till then. I was thinking it is something that we are creating, and we from our ego is able to make beauty and all that. This is what modernity is driving us to do all the time. Whereas when I engaged with rural tribal communities, I found that it doesn't happen here. The whole being, maybe the nature is enabling them to function in a manner that everything else in life is functioning harmoniously. So this beauty is part of their being, and then I started went around and started observing this more deeply. And I found that in every action, everything that people do, especially in rural tribal communities, I found that this beauty exists. That the way a person makes chapati, the way the dough is made, every aspect of your action has this inbuilt that enables you to function in the right manner. That it would be interesting to look at the root meaning of art. It seems the root meaning is order. I'm not too sure. It's order. So one should also look at the root meaning of order. Because actually now we are preoccupied with the mental construct of what is called art. We think it is self-expression, something that we are creating, something that we are composing, something that we are consciously doing, planning, engineering, But whereas, because in fact, it's my work with children. But I do this workshop during the 2 months holidays. At almost in 2003 I started that, called Sensing Nature, Knowing Nature. Basically, I call all my methods of working do-nothing methods. Do-nothing method.
Do nothing.
Yeah. Just trust that everyone is capable, but for the time being they have been told that you need an expert. But how do you then convince them that you don't need an expert, that you are capable? Because you go to any rural tribal area, they expect you to design products. You see? Whereas you give enough time, you see that they come up with such beautiful work, that they are original. Now, originality is another term that we have misappropriated, Originality, everyone is born original and capable of originality. We are confusing that with novelty, creating new stuff. That we have to differentiate what is new and what is original. Originality is that everyone is original. And if you are not imitating others, you are being original all the time. And originality is our being, that is what we are actually. But because of conditioning, because of the whole idea that people are incapable, children are incapable, that we need to teach them, we need to tell them, we take all that possibility away of their own flowering. So, this is a gist of things. I don't want to keep talking, so maybe we can do a... Actually, there are some interesting videos which now it's difficult to show, but one or two at least if you can hear, that would probably be interesting, Something that, one research that I am now doing is called Biology of Beauty, biological basis for beauty, where I am actually documenting people doing various kinds of things, and then looking at the rhythm, the things that people have, and our problem is that we always think that we connect this to performance, something that we exhibit, something that we perform. But actually, the root of beauty doesn't lie there. The beauty, the root of beauty lies in your beingness itself. Not to exhibit, but just the way you are being. That is where the root, So actually, one friend used to tell that this most of modern research is like looking for a black hat in a dark room where it doesn't even exist. So you have a mental construct of something called art, and then you look for its biological roots. I mean, isn't that absurd? But that's what is happening. So I think we have come a long way, and we have also created a lot of traps so that we don't even look at our base. We have this thing called peer review, which is I think a big trap. So you can never say anything original. You see? Many times my papers are rejected because I don't have any quotes. I have nobody to tell that I have read him and I am telling him about that. No, I don't read anything. But that is not an egoistic statement I am making. What I am trying to say is that every one of us are capable of knowing in a very, and that requires nothing but humility. Just to look, allow things to happen. Things are revealing itself. What children are telling us is that, look, and what we actually, I feel that what we require is not knowledge, but sensitivity to see. That seeing is revealing what is happening. I mean, this is what my experience has been, that I have done nothing but just watch, see what is happening, and not conclude. I don't reason. What I say about reason is that reason short circuits comprehension. So we are actually living on a short circuited knowledge all the time, because constantly it is through reason that we are comprehending. Comprehension has to happen into the whole body, into the whole being. But we are using our little mind, little head to always reason and we think we are comprehending.